Welcome to another mail call video. Ooh, good coffee. Well, if you watched any of my other mail call videos, you know every mail call is just a little different. Different things. It's not always about movies or music or just other things that I collect and started collecting just now. So I got this in the mail. If you remember back in the 80s, if you liked wrestling and if you liked action figures, then you definitely collected LJN wrestling figures from the WWF back in the days. But the thing is, they used to come with little mini posters, and I long forgot about them until here recently, and I'm like, they're pretty damn cool. They had 8 series that actually had the drawing arts of them, and the 9th series they actually had real pictures, and there wasn't but a few of them. But there was like 71 figures made all together. So I already opened it up, and yes, here it is. It's Miss Elizabeth. It says welcome. It says tonight at the Coliseum, not welcome. Miss Elizabeth, manager of the Macho Man Randy Savage, right here, baby. Now, I never actually had this one when I was growing up. I did have about 50 wrestlers at that time. Used to have these posters all over my damn door. I wished I wouldn't have taped them to my door and kept them. Put them in this protective sleeve right here. This is a magazine sleeve, but it kind of doesn't go all the way to the top. I'm going to get a frame for them. But I didn't ever have this one. Later on, I did collect wrestling figures again. I gave them to my cousin when I was younger. And then later on in life, in the 2000s, I collected for a few years, and I collected a lot of LJNs. I got over 50 of them again, and I kicked my ass for selling them, but I sold them. And I've kind of dabbled here in the last few years thinking about collecting them again and just collecting different types, or just collecting my favorite ones. But I seen this online, and I figured, you know, how about collecting a few of these posters? They're really small. They're less than like 8 by 10. I mean, they're really pretty small. It's not that big. It's the mini posters, you know. And a few other ones I'd like to collect. That's some wrestlers that I really liked growing up. And one of them is Jake the Snake Roberts. Look at that one right there. That's a pretty cool looking little mini poster. And of course, the Macho Man Randy Savage. I mean, come on. You got Elizabeth. You got to have Macho Man Randy Savage. And of course, the immortal Hulk Hogan. Yeah, these are a few that I'd like to get. They're kind of pricey online though. This one was pretty cheap. To my standards, I think it's cheap. Somebody else might think it's a lot. With shipping, I paid like 16 bucks for that. And yeah, it's just a piece of paper. But hell, people pay shitloads of money for actually movie posters. And so that's just something I wanted to get. And I definitely would like to get these other ones that I talked about. If you look at this, I don't know if you can see it real good, but right there, the little kids got held up, says Hulkamania on it. I think that was in every single one of them. And this was put out in 1985 when they first started putting them out. I think 84 actually, but they started coming out in 85. But the thing is, to keep this, I mean, this is over 30 some years old, and someone actually kept it, and I'm glad they did. And like I said, you can see a bunch of them online on eBay for sale and stuff. I have looked up the Macho Man one, Hulk Hogan. There's some online that's autographed by Hulk Hogan, and they're really expensive. But that's the LJN mini poster, Wrestling Superstars, Miss Elizabeth. That's my mail call for today, and a few other ones I might get to collect over time. I'm not going to pay a fortune for them, but if I find them a little bit cheaper, I might be able to get these. I'm gonna put this in a frame and put it on the wall. And if you liked Wrestling Superstars when you was growing up, if you grew up in the 80s and you collected them and you had them posters, give me a comment. Let me know your favorite memory of these Wrestling Superstar posters, because they really are pretty cool. But that's about it for this video. Till next time.